Digital billboards are popping up around the Las Vegas area, bringing awareness to the alarming issue of human trafficking. The ads feature a child with a hand covering her face, saying, "We'll listen, we'll help," in 3 languages, English, Spanish, and Chinese. A tip hotline is provided for witnesses and victims. The Las Vegas FBI office joined with a commercial sign company to help spread the message.
Billboard campaigns on various criminal enterprises throughout the country have been wildly successful. The FBI has noted at least 50 arrests directly related to those type of efforts.
Las Vegas police reported 107 cases of child sex trafficking last year, and since 2014, the number of statewide cases has steadily increased. The FBI hopes the billboards will lead to a reduction in human trafficking cases in the months ahead.
There's a thin line between confidence and arrogance, and sometimes that line gets you caught. In the quiet city of Bellevue, Washington, far from the chaos of Vegas streets or the flashing lights of Seattle nightlife, something darker was unfolding. Something that started with a whisper and ended in a courtroom. His name was Cedric Dorsey II, but online he called himself Triple C, Cash Chasing Said. He bragged about the money, the lifestyle, the control. He had no idea that every post was digging a deeper grave.
A lot of you is intimidated to me, you feel me? Because I got standards and I got expectations. Not like the nigga though, bitch. You feel me out? Not like your nigga though, bitch. You feel me out? Because I really take care of my bitch, man. You know, and I really, you know, put them first, man. You know, because they put this pimping first, man. You dig what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm really pimping war. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I did last night? Yeah. I ate baked chicken, you dig what I'm saying? Stuffed potatoes, you dig what I'm saying? And with salad with cucumbers in there. And you know what I did? I went to sleep and gave my dame the keys and told her, go get me some money. You dig what I'm saying? So she was down for like 6 hours, you hear what I'm saying? And yeah, she came back with 1,000. Yeah, pimpin'. Yeah, that's how it goes down, man. You know, if she's going to continue making some progression, because she's going to continue living with the purpose. So the purpose is chatty, baby.
It all began with a single call to Bellevue police in 2024. A domestic violence report. A patrol officer knocks. A woman answers, shaken, beaten, hesitant. Her words don't line up. Her eyes flick nervously to the street. She says he's her boyfriend, that everything's fine, but the bruises say otherwise. And when the officers lean in, they hear something beneath her voice, something far more sinister. What started as domestic abuse begins to look like trafficking. The case is kicked up to detectives. What they uncover is bigger than any of them expected.
Yeah, Molly and Preston, Bellevue police say this all started out as a routine patrol call where a couple of officers thought something didn't quite look right. That led to prosecutors saying they were able to take down a vicious pimp who was abusing a woman and selling her for sex work while keeping the money for himself.
So trying to tell me leave alone?
On social media,
It's trying to tell me leave money alone.
Cedric Dorsey painted himself as a pimp
Why I'm a pimp.
with money, swagger, and influence.
SCCC 333.
But investigators say his lifestyle was built by forced sex work, as Dorsey trafficked a woman into prostitution in Seattle, Bellevue, Kent, and Las Vegas. It all came undone in 2024 when Bellevue police responded to a domestic violence call involving Dorsey and his victim.
They listened to what that victim was telling them and realized things weren't just adding up for her and what she was saying, and that she was in a very dangerous situation.
Bellevue Police Major Ellen Inman says patrol officers noticed signs of trafficking and called detectives.
When you ask them questions, they're answering repeatedly in these kind of scripted or answers that sound like they're rehearsed.
She says he made her work, says she didn't choose this. He book hotel rooms, post her ads, tell her what to wear, how to speak. He even taught her how to screen clients, making her collect deposits just in case they were cops. Seattle, Bellevue, Renton, SeaTac, Vegas, city after city, date after date. She says he controlled it all, the schedule, the money, her body. And when she disobeyed, he beat her, stomped on her face so badly she landed in the hospital. Still, she says she stayed because he made her believe she owed him, because he made her believe there was no one else coming to help. But Cedric couldn't stay quiet. He needed to be seen. He needed the likes, photos of luxury, wads of cash, cryptic captions that hinted at control. To most, it looked like flexing, but to detectives, it was evidence. They watched, collected, connected the dots, the hotel bookings, the timing of the ads, the way he moved from city to city, taking her with him. He bragged about being a boss, but every post was building the state's case, brick by digital brick, and then they kicked in the door.
When they served the search warrant on his premise, they recovered $12,000 in cash, along with those 3 firearms, one of which was stolen, and a banned firearm.
King County prosecutors hit Dorsey with charges of human trafficking, promoting prostitution, and unlawful possession of a firearm.
We see very significant violence, strangulation, beatings, assaults.
Prosecutor Brayla McGinnis tried Dorsey's case where his own social media posts were used as evidence, including this one about the 304 oath, where prostitutes promise not to cooperate with police and say they aren't victims.
One of the biggest rules of the game is not to talk to police. It is that idea of selling the dream, right? Saying, I have these nice things. If you come with me, you can have all of this, right? And when you're talking to someone who has had a very rough upbringing or a very troubled life, that's the vulnerability that they exploit.
That's the way I look at social media and the use of different ways that people advertise their criminal activity, is that if you make it available for the Bellevue Police Department in this case to access and use as part of our lawful investigation, then that's what we will do.
After being found guilty at trial this spring, Dorsey is now starting a 35-year prison sentence.
We were able to take a very dangerous criminal off the street and hold him accountable for his actions.
Now, local and state officials have been really trying to get a handle on this issue of illegal sex work. And one of the proposals supported by the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office was a bill earlier this year in the legislature that would have increased the penalty for those who are buying sex work, the Johns in this case. But that bill did not make it out of committee this year.
Inside his home, they found $12,000 in cash, 3 firearms, including an illegal AK-47, receipts, phones, hotel records, ads. It was all there. The life he built on fear and false promises, and the weapons he kept to protect it. The man who sold a dream now had nowhere to hide. The trial was swift. The jury didn't take long. Guilty. Human trafficking in the 2nd degree. Promoting prostitution. Illegal possession of a firearm. 2 mandatory firearm enhancements. 35 years in prison. The courtroom was silent as the sentence was read, but outside, prosecutors called it a victory for the victim and for those still trapped, because traffickers don't wear name tags. They don't always lurk in shadows. Sometimes they're hiding in plain sight, bragging. Cedric Dorsey filed an appeal on May 22nd. Maybe he still believes he can talk his way out, but the world he built, the post, the persona, the lies, are now the very thing that sealed his fate. This didn't happen in some distant, forgotten place. This happened in your backyard. And the next trafficker, they may already be watching. They may already be posting, just waiting for someone to believe their drama. If you or someone you know is a victim of human trafficking, contact the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888. You are not alone. Alright, y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's the story of the pimp from Washington State that's now doing life for human trafficking. Hey, get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Drillers and trappers, we out here trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gay!